Hi everybody, and thanks for joining us here at Inspire Online. And today I have the distinct pleasure and honour to be sitting down with Mrs Margaret Wilson, who was a code breaker at Bletchley Park back in World War II. Hi Margaret, how are you?
All right, thank you. Are you?
I'm good, thank you, good. Thank you very much for sitting down with us and having a chat. What I wanted to chat to you this time about, because we have chatted before about your time at Bletchley Park and as a code breaker and the top secret work that you did. So if people are interested in that, there'll be a link in the description that you can follow to see our interview on that. But today what I wanted to have a chat about is the time around VE Day and the end of the war in Europe, because obviously VE Day is May 8th. So did you get a sense from newspapers, from radio, that people were thinking that the end of the war was near?
Well, you always talked about it naturally amongst yourselves, but no, nobody just bothered. They just carried on as we've been doing all the time.
Can you remember what happened that night and that day?
Well, on that day leading up to it, we were on duty. We went on duty at 6 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Came back off. Well, we used to go into Bedford and go to the corn exchange and we're down for dancing and then get back home. But we're always back home for 10 o'clock time. We're never late. So I don't know what time actually we got into bed like, and then we could hear all this music going, which naturally it was loud, very loud, and shouting and singing and and they were singing the national anthem and what have you. So of course up we got, put a coats on, great coats on, went downstairs. Well, we were in nightclothes still. They were all dressed, everybody was. So I don't know what time it was that were there, but they were there quite a while, and the people there drew us into, and there wasn't many of us down at, there was only about 6 or 8 at the most, and they drew us into the crowd with them, and of course you were all dancing about and singing and just going silly, I suppose.
So you were dancing, you joined it all in dancing in your pajamas in an overcoat?
Yeah, yes, definitely. But it was lovely, it was nice. And then of course we went back in and just went to bed then. And we stopped up for so long talking, and we still couldn't get, it was things on television, but there was such a lot on the radio. It was the radio we were listening to, and there was such a lot going off. You were missing most of it.
When it was announced when the war was over in Europe, were you relieved? Was that sort of, did that give a sense that, oh, we're nearly there, we're nearly at the end?
Well, naturally, it all ended. You just thought, oh, you're going to go straight back home. That was your thought then. You didn't realise that you're going, well, at least I did. I stopped on for another year after the war finished. You never expect, you sort of thought, oh, that'd be it, you'd be sent home and it would be all done and back to normal, back to your old job, which didn't happen. We just stopped there till well, then I got married, so I put my mob in like for that. And
so yes, you left a year after, didn't you? You demobbed a year after, and did you came back home after that then?
Yes, I did. I came back home and then found I was pregnant, so that was it. But as soon as I'd had my son, I went back to work where I'd been working before, like at the cooperative, and just went back onto normal again.
But the key thing is, and this is what you told me before, and this is what I find, you then kept that secret of what you did during the war at Bletchley Park, for 60, 70 years you've kept that secret, haven't you?
And still have.
I know, I've been asking you questions previously, and you're keeping your mouth closed. The secrets you aren't telling us.
No. We were told that we've got to take it with us to the end of our days. So that's where it's going.
Margaret, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and give us again more stories. I always like hearing your stories. And thanks to Gay as well for setting it up and getting Zoom going.